Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I welcome you all on behalf of the whole SOIL community. We are going to give you folks a few more minutes to join into the webinar. So please continue to hold. We will start in about 2 or 3 minutes. To all the participants who have joined, you can post your questions in the chat box or in the Q&A box. We'll take your questions one by one and we'll be answering those. So I guess we are good to go. Thank you so much for the patience and welcome once again. So I am Samrat Patnaik from the analytics cohort of SOIL PGPM batch 2021-22. And today I will be acting as the moderator to this Q&A session. Well, we very much understand this crucial time of choosing a B school that truly matches your learning and career aspirations. SOIL certainly shares the pride of being the most influential college in the country. It soars high in the list of top management schools in the country because of its amazing ROI, flexible curriculum, industry connects, and mentorships. Every aspirant who gets a SOIL shortlist wishes to put his or her best foot forward and wants to know everything about the selection procedure, about the various cohorts, the teaching methods, the mentorship options, and about obviously the career opportunities. This stage of MBA admissions needs a lot of right guidance and help. So to help you all with all such details and an answer to your queries, we have got on board current year PGPM students who made it to the SOIL last year. They all are my batchmates from BLP and HRLP. So to start with the introductions, I would like to call them one after the other to briefly introduce themselves. Like what made them to join SOIL, what change they feel in themselves, and obviously how SOIL curriculum and teachings has prepped them for the interviews. And obviously what role and company they are going to join in next couple of months. So without any further ado, let's call up my first batchmate, Amrita Ravichandra. Over to you, Amrita.
Thank you, Samrat. So I happen to get to know about SOIL like towards the later stages. I am put up in Bangalore and I missed giving the CAT exam. And so I was looking at 1-year PGPM courses out there on the internet. And then since I couldn't give CAT, SOIL also happened to like value, a lot of other things over CAT scores. Like they have a very holistic valuation about your personality and your intellectual skills and all of the other skills. So I happened to apply, and that's how I got into SOIL. But if I have to give you a brief about my background, I completed my BCom from Bangalore University, and then I worked for 3 years in KPMG and in Diageo. post which I was also simultaneously pursuing my CA course. In fact, I cleared my CA final during the course of SOIL, which is the last 3 months. And I got placed with an investment banking firm in a finance role, but I chose to take marketing as my majors and finance as my minors. So that's a little brief about me.
Yeah, so thank you, Amrita. Now moving on to the next participant, next batchmate, that is Jay Parekh. Over to you, Jay.
Hi, Sabra. Thank you so much for the lovely introduction to all the participants. So good evening, everybody. So my name is Jay Parekh. I am born and raised in Mumbai. And I actually come with a good amount of experience in talent acquisition. So I'm currently from the HRLP batch, which is the Human Resource Leadership Program. And I actually come with 5 years of relevant work experience, specializing in talent acquisition and leadership hiring, which is why I thought I will actually, want to pursue my master's in human resources. And one thing I was very clear with in terms of my further education was that I want to do an MBA, which is only for 1 year. So that was something that I was very, very particular on, because I already had prior experience and I just wanted to give my career a little push so that I can reach to that management position, because I had already done the groundwork and I was pretty good at that. Post which, while doing my research, I came to, actually stumbled upon SOIL. And when I saw the curriculum and saw the, the alum connect that SOIL has, it was fantastic. I mean, I was really, really excited actually to start my career journey with SOIL, because of the alum connect that it has, and the amount of work they've done in leadership and creating leaders for the future is something that I don't see in many B schools nowadays. And that is how my SOIL journeys and, my persuasion towards joining SOIL happened. Of course, I had to give a lot of exams as well. We had to prepare for a stat exam as well, where apart from the entrant exams, you're also tested and checked on your leadership qualities and how well are you in terms of your education background and how can you be as a leader. So that is when that is something that is different from other entrance exams as well. They appreciate your talent. Apart from the academic, they also see what other criteria are you good at. And that is when the IDP program at SOIL actually kicks in, where you are actually given an individual development program assigned to you along with the guidance of internal as well as external, which actually helps you understand what are your learnings, where are you lacking, and what are your weaknesses and strengths, and how can you play along that during your placement season as well. I think that has really helped me, and I've been placed with one of the investment banks as well, and I'll be starting next month very soon. So I'm very excited about my journey with SOIL. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jay. Now, next.
Over to you, Samrat.
Yeah. So next, I'd like to call Ira for her introduction. Over to Ira.
Thank you, Samrat. Good evening, everyone. This is Ira Mehta. And I actually come from a very diverse background. I come from an airlines background and worked with a travel tech startup. So for me, it was very necessary to get the right guidance and exposure. I got in touch with 2 notable alumni to get the hang of like how the whole process works and more research on SOIL basically. So that's where I got to know about SOIL and how it has various, great things about it. For example, external mentorship, internal mentorship, and IDP program. So all of these points kind of pulled me towards this college and the 1-year program, and of course the curriculum as well. So since I came from a very diverse background, I needed to put an extra effort and I needed more guidance. And external mentorship kind of really helped me a lot. And I made the best of this 1-year program. I did multiple internships. And that's how I could, gain the maximum knowledge of HR and get into a great company. I got placed with ABC Consultants as a senior consultant. It's a recruitment firm which offers a structured recruitment to various leading Indian companies and various MNCs as well. So yeah, my experience has been fabulous throughout 1 year, and I tried to make the best of it. It was all new for me, the case studies, the late night assignments and everything. But I think I transcended pretty well, and it made me into a better version of myself itself. Thank you.
Thank you, Ira. So now is the time to take up the questions one by one. So before starting the Q&A session, so Myself and Amrita are from BLP cohort, that is the Business Leadership Program, and Ira and Jay are from HRLP, so the Human Resource Program. So I guess Ira has told that she will be joining ABC Consultants, and Jay will be joining Kotak Mahindra, and Amrita will be joining Trisvista, and I will be joining Cognizant. So these are the companies which we will be joining in a couple of months. So let's take the first question. So the first question is, what's the CTC you all are getting? Please tell that also. So thanks Rahul for asking this question, but it is always not recommendable or a good practice to tell individual CTCs. But for your ease, we all fall in the pay scale range of 11 to 15 lakhs. So that is the most thing what I can tell. So the next question is from Deep Shah. That is,
I think Samrat, I'd like to add here. Yeah. So the question, I mean, I'd like to answer it more precisely is that, you know, when we all joined, I'm pretty sure all of us were at a 5-digit salary. And I think once everybody's placed here at SOIL, I think everybody's crossed the 6-digit mark.
True. So, so to give one more insight is that we are having a 12.5 LPA as an average salary going on for both the cohorts. So moving on to the next question, it's like program is offline or online. So for our year, it is a hybrid mode. It is in hybrid mode. Some students came to campus and some students continued from their home. So we had a hybrid mode, but now from the next year onwards, the next academic year, it will be completely offline for you guys. So you all will be joining in the campus, and trust me that the months which we had in the campus, these were the best months we had. We interacted with each of them, and we had a very good time. We even went out on a trip to Himachal. So we had many tournaments. The SOIL Premier League happened in the physical mode. So yeah, I hope it answers your question. So the next question is, what is the criteria and eligibility? Prathamesh, I guess you are asking it for the SOIL admission or for the placements. So since Ira is from the PlaceCom here, I would like to ask this question to Ira. Over to Ira.
Can you repeat the question, please?
What is the criteria and eligibility for the companies?
Okay, so few of the companies ask for experience, and few of the companies want relevant experience, like specific to what the role is. For example, a company came for talent acquisition. They wanted specifically someone who has done recruitment in the past and has been part of talent acquisition team, basically. And some companies are okay with any corporate experience which you have previously. So it all depends on different companies. There is no set rule and there is no set eligibility criteria. Some of these companies also have a criteria, like you have to have like 60% throughout your education, 10th, 12th and graduation itself. And few of the companies do not have that criteria. So it all depends company to company, and there is a mix of all kinds of companies which come to SOIL. So that won't be an issue.
Thank you, Ira. Very nicely answered. So Prathamesh also wanted to know about the criteria for the admission. So Amrita, would you like to take this?
Yeah, so admission criteria, I believe you should have a bachelor's in hand that you've passed out of. Sometimes if you've just cleared, like in my case, because of COVID, I couldn't get my degree in hand. So that's also okay if you have like a substitute for that you can get from your university, that's fine, but you should have your bachelor's, and then you have to have work experience preferably. If you have more work experience and relevant work experience, you'll get better placed. But so it all depends on, because in our cohort it differs from person to person, so it's preferable that you have work experience more than 2 years. So bachelor's and work ex should be good.
Thank you, Amrita. So the next question is from Riva Chopra. She asks that is the program AICTC approved, and if not, how will it impact future placements in the companies? So I would like to go for this question is that so SOIL has two campuses, one for the PGDM for the 2 years and for the 1 year the PGPM program. The 2 year program is obviously AICTC approved and the 1 year is yet to be. But from the placement perspective, there is nothing as such that we face difficult. And since the job market is very hot these days and companies from all the verticals participated in the campus process, so and almost around 90% of the batch is already placed by the month of February end. So we are good. We are going good on the placements. So I don't think that AICTC approved or not kind of hampered us in any ways. And telling about the impact on future placements is that no. So the college is running for the past 12 years now, and it has been done pretty well on the placement parts with each year 100% placements. So nothing to worry on that front. I hope I have answered your question, Riva. So the next question is from Deep Shah. He asks that what is the total fees for 1 year? Jay, would you like to answer this question?
Sure. So Deep, as you know, we have two courses here. When one is the human resource leadership and the other is business leadership. So the fees actually varies for both the programs. So for the HRLP, which I'm a part of, so our fees is 12 lakhs approx and a little bit above that. And for BLP, I think somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, it is around 15 lakhs
yeah.
annually.
Yeah. So the thing is for the HRLP, it is around 13 lakhs and for BLP, it is 15 lakhs. But there are multiple scholarships available for various categories. So if you come from a defense background or defense family, or you are into a need-based scholarship with a family earning of less than 5 lakhs. So in such cases, SOIL offers a various categories of scholarships up to 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs based on your requirement and your submissions of the ITR and other needful documents. So you can explore this thing with the help of program office. So our program office is always ready to help solving these queries. So I guess this question is answered. So moving on, we had a question from Saini Roy. She asks, what are the roles offered for HR? So since we had Ira and Jay from the HR cohort, so any of you could take this question one by one also, if you guys prefer.
Ira, would you like to go ahead?
Yeah. So roles are pretty good, which came this year, and they would vary from management trainee HR to talent acquisition to HRBP and to recruitment consultancy. So like a senior consultant or a consultant role. So yeah, the roles varied a lot. Jay, would you like to add on, like if anything?
Yes, absolutely. So I think Ira rightly mentioned, so there were HR business partner roles, HR manager role as well with a lot of organizations that we actually be a part of. There are a lot of positions apart from talent acquisition. We had learning and development opportunities. We also had compensation and benefits opportunities in terms of different levels and different hierarchies based on your experience and your learning and depending on your performance on the interview. So we had, I think, also payroll management, also one of the roles that came in across this year, which was very new. I think we actually saw a lot of new roles coming in HR apart from management training that actually comes in every year. So I think that, you know, this year there has been a lot of variety in terms of roles that students can actually choose from and specialize in. So I think that has been the case. So apart from management training, HR manager, business partners, these were the common roles that comes in every year with compensation of course, at least 6-digit for sure. And with, of course, top companies like the IT, ITES, e-commerce, BFSI, and manufacturing, pharmaceuticals as well.
Yeah, thanks, Ira and Jay. And also from a BLP student view, I have always seen that HR companies these years are getting offers from diverse sectors as well. So we had seen offers from agri-tech also. So Mahindra AFS has came with a role, also from real estate. So all these sectors are opening up, and we are getting a multiple diverse opportunities from all these companies. So I hope we have answered this question. So the next question we had is that also I have heard that about 60% companies that come on board are IT firms. Is it true? As I am from non-IT background. So kudos, Rahul. I am also from a non-IT background. I was an electrical engineer and I was working in a energy company, energy consulting company before joining SOIL. And so yes, the tech consulting part is the majority of the companies coming in, and they has the highest growth these days. But apart from the tech companies, there are companies from marketing, finance. We had Deloitte coming in this year with Accenture, Cognizant, all these in the consulting groups. And we have also seen companies from fintech space and from the finance companies also. So nothing as such IT tech companies, but yeah, majority of the companies are tech consulting companies, but we had also seen a mix of other sectors as well coming in. So I hope it answers your question. So the next question is from Deepam Acharya. He asks, may I know the PGPM degree is recognized by which all organizations? Deepam, I doubt I know this. I know the answer to this question, but yeah, PGPM degree or the one-year program has been highly recognized by every companies these days. We had seen many other B schools, well-known B schools giving one-year programs, and they are doing pretty much well. And we are also in the same line, and we are just competing with them. So yeah, so obviously the PGPM or the one-year degree is highly recognized by the companies which are in which the students are coming with an experience of 2 or 3 years. So I hope this answers your question. So one question is from Gayatri Ram. She asked, did you guys already know about this course? If not, were there no apprehensions while you had to join SOIL for PGPM? So good question, Gayatri. So Ira, would you like to take this question? I can repeat the question for you once again.
Yeah, I heard the question.
Yeah. So did you guys already know about this course? If not, were there no apprehensions while you had to join SOIL for PGPM?
Of course, we had apprehensions like you guys have. We had similar questions before joining. And I think that kind of cleared out while interacting with different alumni and interacting with the faculty as well. So yeah, it pretty much got cleared, and we also had these questions in mind. But yes, now that we have gone through the course, I think all of these things are more clear to us, and AICT approval, for example, does not matter. Like now we think like, how did it really matter? Why did we have this apprehension? So you can be like stress-free about that question specifically. And other apprehensions, like I could see one question wherein someone had an apprehension that I have less than 60% in one of the, I guess maybe 10th, 12th or graduation. So even I have the same issue. I had the same issue, but it's not all companies want 60%. It's some of them. So that can be worked out. There are no issues as such. There will be many companies which will be coming to the campus. So you need not worry just because you had a little less score in one of the educational background. So that would be it.
Yeah. Thanks, Ira. So the next question is from Nishant Vadwa. He asks that also please let us know about the batch class. So we are a batch of 84 students. Out of the 84, 49 is from the BLP, and the rest 35 are from the HRLP cohort. And inside BLP, we have 3 major streams. One is the marketing, finance, and analytics. So on an average, 15 to 20 students in each cohort. And the 84 is the whole strength of the batch this year. So what is the batch size? I have already covered now. Yeah. So the next question is from Divaspati Roy. Multiple industries in operations, CE and non-tech industry wanted to know, is my fit in terms of work experience on a higher side with respect to class average? Yes, Devaspiti, since you are coming with a vast experience in operations, then from non-tech industry. So yeah, so any industry or a team handling opportunity will always be welcomed by the companies. They will see that how well you have managed your team or how well you have known your role in your past companies. So yeah, so it is good to go, and you will always be on the higher side of the class average if you have well known about your role in your past companies, about the work you have done and how your work has impacted the business as a whole. So these are the few things you should be always keeping in mind while pursuing an MBA from anywhere, and that will help you obviously in your placements. Yeah, so the next question is placement opportunities and about the process. So Aditya, I guess Ira has covered this question. So Ira, if you could quickly just summarize it once again for Aditya, he might have joined late.
So we have a varied companies which come to our campus, and it all started in October this year. It kind of started early, and many companies came, and they are still in the process. Like few of the students are still in the process to get placed. So yeah, the process is pretty simple. Like the company comes in and they have their own eligibility criteria, and they want the profile of all the students who want to apply for the role, and they have eligibility criteria. For example, few companies have, like, they want 60% throughout, or they want specific experience to the role, or they don't want an experience, they want a fresher. So it all varies. So it depends company to company, and everything is shared on the email. All the details, the JD, the salary, CTC, everything is shared with you. You can make your choice and read about the company and then apply.
Thanks, Uva. And I hope, Aditya, you got your answer for your question. So the next question is from Nishant Wadhwa. He is saying that PGPM course is not also affiliated with Aictc. What if we will not get placed? So Nishant, very valid question. But for the last 12 years and also this year, we have seen around 90 to 100% placement going on every year. Companies came up to us with multiple diverse roles, and our students has cracked it in one or two opportunities at max. So most of the companies has nothing to do with Aictc approval these days. They are more focused on the teachings or the course curriculum which is given to the students at SOIL, and also the work experience that you carry, right? So that is at a very priority level for the companies. I hope it answered your question, Nishant. Moving on, we have a question from Prathamesh. He asked, actually, I am in 12th and I got MSG, so I attended. I have any benefits? Prathamesh, I didn't got your question. What do you mean by MSG? I'm not very much aware of it. So you can type your question once more again. Till then, I can move to the next questions. So the next question is from Nishant Shaurya. He asked that, are companies from pharmaceutical fields also recruit from SOIL? Ira, would you like to take this question since you are from the PlaceCom?
I'm not too sure if a lot of pharmaceutical companies came this year, but I guess last year they did come.
Yeah. So since adding to Ira's point, since the market is quite open after the COVID disruptions, and mostly the tech companies and the digital companies are doing really, really well. So as per the SOIL hygiene of the packages, the IT companies stand out and the tech companies stand out to offer you roles in various analytics, finance, marketing roles. So yes, so for that reason, the tech companies and the tech consulting roles are at the lead at our placement scenario. Well, the next question I had from Ankita Singh is that, hey, I have 15 months experience. I'm really confused if I should go for 1 year program or 2 year program. And I will be going for HR as specialization. So Jay, would you like to take this question? I guess Jay got disconnected. So Ira, again to you. I have 15 months of experience. I am really confused if I should go for 1 year program or 2 year program. And I will be going for HR as specialization.
Okay, so I think it entirely depends in what field do you have experience in for 15 months. If it's into HR, I would surely recommend that you should go for the 1 year program. But if not, then you can like make a choice of your own. And I think 1 year program is going to be very intensive. You have to be at it all the time. And we do late night assignments also. There are, pre-reads given for different classes. So it's quite intensive, and it's totally upon you how you want to take it ahead and how you want to, pursue, and what all opportunities you don't want to miss. So there won't be any spoon feeding here. So opportunities will be right in front of you. It's upon you how you make the best of it. So yeah, if you have the right experience related to HR, then I would definitely recommend the 1 year program. Otherwise, you can choose between 2 year or 1 year program.
Rightly answered, Ira. So my piece of advice will be is that if you are willing to continue in the same industry in which you are working, you can opt for the 1 year MBA. But if you want to switch to a completely different industry, so like from HR to marketing or from marketing to HR, then you need to learn the things from the very basic, and that in that case the 2 year MBA will be useful for you. So thanks Ankita for asking this question. So then moving on to the next question, that is from Ritika Yadav. Is MBA course available? So Ritika, there are two courses available, that is the PGPM and the PGDM. So there is so both these courses are under an umbrella of MBA. So in the current market, it is known as PGPM and PGDM. PGDM is the 2 year MBA and the PGPM is the 1 year MBA. I hope I've been able to clear it. Well, the next question is from Riva Chopra. Can we take both HR and marketing specific subjects? Jay, would you like to take this question?
Sure, Samrat. I'm so sorry for the network issues here. So, Riva, so both these courses are from different programs. So, HR is a separate program and marketing comes under the business leadership program. So, because HR is already a specialization which takes care of all the business functions in HR, and marketing is a separate business function. So, you cannot take two subjects as your major. So you can only take HR as your major. And in terms of you do business leadership, then you are allowed to have one major and one minor with other electives. So that is how the program works. So when you take only HR, you will be only taught all the business practices and theories of the HR industry and how the HR function works in every organization. When you talk about marketing, that's a different part of the business leadership program along with finance and analytics.
Yeah, thanks Jay. And to sum it up, what Jay has said is that you can choose either HR or either the other three courses we have. So like if you are willing to take marketing as a object as an alternative, you have to take either analytics or finance as your major and marketing as your minor. You can't mix HR with any of the other three cohorts available. Well, the next question is from Nishant Shaurya, that can one apply for more than one scholarship? No, Nishant, you can get at max one scholarship, and that will range in between 1 to 3 lakhs on your overall fees. So yes, so yeah, so you can visit on the SOIL website and you can get all the details of the scholarships available, the various categories and the various prerequisites for the scholarship.
Also, just to add here, so Chirag, you can apply for multiple scholarship, but you will be only granted one. So for myself, I had also applied for need-based and scholarship, need-based and merit-based. So that is how I can apply for multiple ones, but I will be only granted only one scholarship per program, I mean for the 1 year program.
Yeah, so college will check your application and we will figure out which one best suits your application and we'll go forward. Well, the next question is from Ankit Sarkar, and I guess Ira has answered that question of having not having 60% in class 10th and 12th. So that, I guess the SOIL admission criteria ask for 60%. I'm not very sure, but you have to once check with the admission office, right? I'm not very clear on the criteria. I can't remember what we had. It was like more than 60% or 70% for getting into SOIL. Well, the next question is from Rahul Rai, that please tell various roles for marketing too with job locations. So Amrita, since you had marketing in your minor, would you like to take this question?
Yeah, so marketing, it can vary from sales. You can have sales roles or product-based roles. It depends on what the company is coming in with. And if you happen to align with their job description, like if you have prior sales experience, you can apply. And some companies do not need you to have any kind of prior experience. So anything ranging from pre-sales, sales, and core marketing or product, all of those you can look at. And companies, if you ask me for specifically for companies, so there was Michael Page, and then there is pre-sales. We had one pre-sales role from Zing HR, and then a lot of companies. Like that's on the top of my head. If any of you can add any of the marketing companies that came.
Yeah, so every other companies which is coming for the placements had a marketing or sales roles also that is being offered. So Cognizant has came up for tech consulting, so they had also offered pre-sales roles. So the B2 or the banks, we had ICICI Bank and SDFC Bank in our campus placement this year. So they were also offering B2B marketing or so all these kind of marketing roles as well. And mentioning about the locations, so we are yet to get our locations, so we will be getting once we receive the offer letter, maybe by March end. So mostly the locations are in the Gurgaon, Delhi, NCR, or the common job locations across the country like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Mumbai. So Jay will be joining in Mumbai, I guess, and also Amrita will be joining in Mumbai. So we had location wise, it's pan India. So you never know at which location you will be required. The next question is from Mithilesh Kumar. He asked that, hi, I am having 5 years of experience in PSU Bank. What roles can I get to go for 1 year program from SOIL? So Amrita, since you are from the similar background.
You're coming from a PSU bank. It depends on what specialization you're taking. If you're keen on marketing, then you can look at. I would suggest take a combination of marketing and finance, because in banks, I'm sure you would have had to deal with finance and marketing. So it's through the course, like through your journey, you can figure out what you're more inclined towards. And you can apply for as many roles as you want, and ranging from finance to marketing. So I think with a banking background, finance and marketing roles you can look at, and as well as for the specialization.
Yeah, and so since you are coming from a PSU bank, and so there are much fintech companies around these days which are doing really well. After the disruptions, all they are going digital and all tech around tech. So you can explore those space as well from the banking background. And also all the companies that came, they have offered some or the other finance role also. So like assistant to CFO or as the financial analyst. So we had similar kind of roles in case of Deloitte, where they had offered the role of financial risk analyst. So these kind of roles from in the finance background is there. Well, the next question is from Gayatri. How hectic is the course since it is two-year MBA fit in one? So Ira, would you like to take this question?
Yeah, so the curriculum is quite hectic, I would say. It's quite intensive throughout the 1 year. So I would really recommend to be very focused and determined towards completing all the assignments and going through all the pre-reads and whatever the course is going on. I would really recommend that. But yes, initially for 4 to 5 months, at least, it's going to be really intensive. And after that, it gets a little lighter. The schedule gets a little lighter. And you have to do internships as well. Like I would recommend you doing internships to get the best out of it and to get the hands-on experience. The placement team and the CMS team will definitely help you to get the internships as well. They'll recommend you various opportunities. And yes, it is intensive, but it is for 1 year. So I would really recommend to be fully focused and do it single-mindedly. Thank you.
Thanks, Ira. So now moving on to the Q&A box, we had multiple questions that came up. So one question is there from Aditya Bhattacharya. So he has already joined the 1-year HRLP program. So can you please shed some light on the entire journey from joining to placement in a nutshell, and also about the Alumni Connect. I have joined for 1-year HRLP program. Jay, could you please take this question?
So it's so difficult, to be honest, Samrat, to summarize this in a nutshell, the entire 1-year journey. I mean, we've seen so many things, so many events, so many lectures, so many guest lectures coming in. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do justice by doing it in a nutshell. But overall, the journey has been inspiring, and it's been nothing less than rewarding and exciting, to be honest. It was overwhelming at times, but I have enjoyed each and every single day, every single class. Even though if I was not well, if I had to do a lot of already pending assignments, it was late nights. Preparing for the next day's event, also preparing for the exam. So of course, the curriculum, as Ira mentioned, is very, very, hectic. I would not say hectic, but it is very, very engaging, and it keeps you on your toes every single day. But it is fun. I mean, the learning that you get from your peers. I mean, the background that they come from. I mean, we have people from engineering to hotel management to people coming with 5 years of work experience in manufacturing. People doing, their CFA like Amrita. So I think, talking to them, understanding about their aspirations and how we can learn from them and become better leaders tomorrow. And also, as I mentioned in my early introduction as well, the Alum Connect that SOIL has. People are right now working at leadership positions across India and of course, internationally as well, holding leadership positions and taking, multi-million dollar deals across the geography. So I think that has been great. I really cannot put the entire journey in one nutshell. But the placement also, it is, of course, I understand, that you are doing an MBA, so you have to prepare yourself as well. But throughout the journey, the CMS team is with you so that you are ready for each and every interview that comes across. You are guided with, how to do your mock interviews, how do you prepare for your introduction answers.
I guess Jay got stuck. Okay, so I can try to make it in a nutshell. So we have joined SOIL in last May, and after that we went into we joined as an executive.
Very, very wonderfully. Yeah, that has been my journey so far.
Okay. So Jay, I was trying to bring it in a nutshell. So I was telling that we entered SOIL as an executive, and we are now going out from the SOIL as managers. And in this 1 year, what we have done, so we have joined the SOIL family in last May. And after coming to SOIL, we got with so many people from diverse background, from diverse locations. We had people from southern part of the country, from the eastern part, from the western part, from everywhere. And then we had so Ira then joined as in PlaceCommer in the PlaceCom committee. Jay joined as the club head for the HR club. Myself has been elected as the president of the council, student council. And Amrita has been a very, very good singer throughout the throughout our MBA, she has been the showstopper for every cultural event we had in SOIL. So this is just the fun part of the journey. Coming to the academic and the rigorous part that we had throughout this year, we had been studying for the first semester, we had been studying every other subject, the HR ones, marketing ones, finance, every subject. And then going down the line, we have been streamlined with our respective cohort subjects. We have been also preparing simultaneously for our placements from very beginning. We have been going through GDs and aptitude test every week. We had our internal mentors, external mentors. We had to connect with them every 1 month. We had to discuss our proceedings, our aspirations, what roles should we be taking, what electives should we be taking, right? So how to filter out the roles or the profiles. So all these happened throughout the year. And then at the later part of the year, we had some cultural event, cultural fest. Then we had the cricket tournament. We all went to Himachal for a trip. So it was a fun as well as a rigorous journey, I must say. And I guess all these guys will vouch the same. So yeah, it was a pretty fun-led, hectic journey, I will say. Well, moving on to the next question that was from Akash Kumar. What are the placement opportunities for the candidate who worked in construction company and had done BTech in civil engineering? So Akash, as told that I am from an electrical engineering background. I have done my BTech and then I had a work ex for 3 years in an energy consulting firm. So that is not a concern if you have done your engineering from civil or IT or CSE, anything, until and unless you have a catch hold of your past work experience, how you have managed in your past job, how you can relate business to your work, right? So that thing as a whole will help you in the placements in the company. So company does not make any differentiation with your as such with your civil engineering or electrical engineering. So that won't be an issue, I will tell. Well, the next question, I guess, is for Ira from Rohit Gupta, is that how do I apply for a company? So Ira, you can tell the process, like from receiving the job description from the company, how we tend to submit the CVs and how it is done.
Yes. So basically, when the company comes, the JD, the gist of the company, and about the role, the CTC, all the details are shared with you on an email. And after that, you are given a set of time to, kind of customize your CV. You need help from the CMS team, or you want to do it with your friends. You can customize your CV as per the role. And after that, you have to fill the profile batch profile, wherein you fill in your details, your education background, your role, what you had previously, all of that. So after doing all of this, then the shortlist comes. Once this entire thing is submitted, then the shortlist comes from the company, and whatever the procedure is followed as per the company. For example, if they want to conduct a GD, or they want to start with the aptitude test and then the GD and then the interview. So it all depends on various companies. So some companies directly take interview. So it is short, like it completes in a day, the entire process. And some companies take about a week's time as well, like the process goes on, and as per the availability, it happens. So it all starts from getting to know about the role, about the company. It is all on your email. It comes to every student of the batch, and then you can make your choice.
Yes. So thanks, Ira. I guess the answer is to the as expected. Well, we had one more question from Aditya Bhattacharya. He asked that also about industry mentorship program and alumni connect. How well are you all connected to your alumni or industry experts? So I would like to take this question. So I had 2 industry experts connected with me. I have been allotted 2 industry experts based on my aspirations or my profile. So one, the external mentor is a consulting expert, which had a consulting experience of around 20-25 years. And since I aspire to be in consulting and look after the consulting roles or the job profiles there, and one more industry expert, that is the alumni connect, that is from Gartner. So I had a very good connect with both of them. I tend to connect with them each month once and would discuss with them like, so when I was preparing for my placements for Cognizant and for other companies as well. So they tend to help me that how these tech consulting companies are looking for candidates, what are the spikes they see, and what kind of answers they expect, what is the industry standards and the industry expectations for these kind of roles. So obviously these mentorship programs helps you a lot in setting your goals, starting from what electives you should be taking, right? What are the key skills or soft skills or hard skills you need to learn based on your interactions. So they quickly figure out that, okay, so Samrat, you have to work on these things for your placements or for your interviews or for the roles you are looking for. So yeah, so that is the thing. So quickly moving on, so we are running short on time. So quickly moving on to the next questions is that from Abhishek, can you please tell more? So any operation specialization in PGPM? No, Abhishek, there is nothing as such. We had one HR program and then marketing, finance, and analytics. So we had these 4 programs going on. But we have been taught so we had subjects on operations like operation supply chain management, then supply chain analytics. All the subjects are there, which has been taught. So yeah, so nothing as such a specialization is there. Then the next question is that how many companies visited for HR? Jay or Ira, any one of you would like to take this question? A lump sum, if you can remember.
I think Ira would be able to answer it better since he's other parts of the placement team as well. I think roughly about 40 companies, if I'm not mistaken, Ira, I'm not sure the exact
number. 35 to 40 companies came, as far as I can recall. Can be more. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, thanks, Ira. Then that question is from Manas Rath. He asked that PGPM analytics, what is the placement in last 2 years? So thanks, Manas, for asking this question. So I am from the PGPM analytics cohort, and since last not 2 years, since last 5 years, this cohort has been doing really well. This cohort gets the first companies, like all the students in this cohort get placed the first. So by December or January end, the whole analytics cohort get placed because much of the company. So every companies that is being coming to the for placements are looking for students from this background, analytics background, because every company is shifting their working to tech or the digital mode. So obviously data is everywhere. So the requirement is also very prominent. Well, the next question is from Manan Gupta. For myself only, Samrat, you have an electrical background. How was your journey and experience taking analytics as your major? Yeah, Manan. So I have done my engineering from electrical. Then I had 3 years of experience in electrical and energy similar domains. And then when I shifted to, so I was in energy consulting. Since I was in consulting, I was looking forward to make my career more prominent in consulting, and and every consultant is supposed to have some kind of analytical knowledge and viewpoint. So to back your advices, your consulting skills with some kind of data, that makes you a good and a recognized consultant. So for that, when I joined as analytics cohort, and since I've done my engineering, so mathematics was quite a strong point for me. So that helped me a lot. I had went multiple subjects from starting from statistics to the. So we have been taught R, Python as well, how to analyze the findings which we receive from various data, and we had Power BI. All these has been taught. So and I'm very happy to tell you all that in the Cognizant, I will be joining their analytics and artificial intelligence business unit. So you can see the move from an energy consultant to now an artificial intelligence and analytics business unit professional. So the scope is very wide and you can definitely make it. And yeah. Well, the next question is from, I am looking for PGPM application. I do get a call from SOIL for application filling. Okay, all the best since you have been applied and you are getting a call. So Jay has already given you a brief of the roles offered for HRLP in the chat box. You guys can take a look. So one question is from Manas Rath is that I am working in IT sector in tech support. If I pursue PGPM analytics, whether change of domain is permitted by recruiter? Yeah. As I just now briefed, it is pretty much obvious. We had people coming from power plant experience. They have went to marketing roles. So we had one guy who came from a power plant experience of 3 to 4 years, and he has now placed with Schneider Electric in the marketing domain, sales and marketing domain. So that is perfectly okay with the recruiters as long as you are aware of your job roles, past experience, and the change that you are making, how you can relate it. So that is perfectly okay. The question is from Nishant Shaurya, is that top recruiters for analytics domain and roles offered by them. The top recruiters for analytics domain was obviously Accenture. So every other company that has came for campus placement has offered 2 or 3 roles to analytics students as well. We had some major names as Genpact, Tech Mahindra, then Cognizant, then Accenture. And we had also some new age companies, new age startup companies, and those ones also offered. So we had Drop Consulting, then we had Hono AI. All these companies has came and offered multiple roles as well as analytics roles. One question is from Ayush Tomar. Is it advisable to go for Pgdm from SOIL in finance after pursuing hotel management? So, Amrita, would you like to take this question?
Yes, we also have somebody from hotel management background in our batch, right? So it doesn't matter. So you can come here and take marketing, finance, anything, because MBA is for a specific business purpose. So it could be anything. You could have a background of, like Samrat said, hotel management, banking. It does not matter. If you wish to change your line of your domain or your line of work or your specialization, this is, I think, like a very good platform where you can do that. They will not ask you for any prior experience if you are good enough with your grades and if you've maintained your CGPA here, or you understand what the role encompasses and you're able to deliver and you do well in your GD and all of the processes, the interviews and everything, then I'm sure that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, thanks, Amrita. And let's close the session with the last one question, is that which type of companies came for only in finance? So we had ICICI Bank that came for only finance. We had SDFC Bank. We had Deloitte came for financial roles, financial risk analytics, all this. Genpact is there, which came. Also, Trust Vista, in which Amrita got placed, it is also an investment banking firm. So all these companies has came for the finance roles. So yeah, so I'm glad to see such response from you all, asking so many questions and asking for guidance. And but because of the time constraints, so you guys can reach out to us on LinkedIn anytime. We will be more than happy to help you. And you can reach out to any of the alumni also we had for SOIL, and also the admission team. They will be more than happy to help you anytime. So Well, as we are approaching towards the end of this webinar session, I would like to thank you all for joining us today and asking us interesting questions. So prior to winding it up, wishing you all the best in your B school hunt. This is no doubt a very exciting time to explore various B school options and finally making a choice where you best fit and desire. And for any other queries, one can feel free to contact SOIL's admission team. They are there to help you, guide you anytime. Once again, thank you so much. And apart from the studies, apart from jobs, there are much more things that we have done in SOIL. We had been part of many cultural activities. We had student elections going on. We had many clubs. We had 15 clubs operating. Then many of the students has got offers for the student exchange program, in which foreign universities partnered with our schools, and we had an opportunity to attend their classrooms as well. So there are much more things, and once you join SOIL, you will definitely explore. And hope to meet you all in person soon. So good luck and all the best. Thank you.